Hello YouTube vinyl community, Mark Mai here again. Long time no see. I know it's been quite a while since I posted anything, at least a video anyway. But gonna make up for that right now, I guess. Um, some bad news here locally. We had a place. It's been here. It was the place that I bought my very first cassette tape as a child. I bought many CDs during the 80s and 90s there. And just recently, like I said, I've gotten back into vinyl collecting. And I spent a lot of money at the shop. But recently, the founder, the person who started it, and in its heyday, it had 12 locations locally. He retired, sold off all the locations except for two. Um, one that was the original location, and one that was at a University Plaza, which was right across from University of Buffalo. And he felt the university location was good because the college kids would come in and buy a lot of stuff there. The original location has sentimental, but recently he passed away, and his two sons that were running the two different locations. The one at the university was first. He decided time to get out. He didn't want to be in the business anymore, and he sold that place off. Well, just recently, the other location, the original location of Record Theater, is now closing. And yesterday was the first day of the 30% off sale, and I went in. I made it about halfway back to where the used vinyl is, and I just turned around and walked out because it was already the first day. It was already so picked over it was not even funny. But I guess that's the nature of the beast. But it's very sad. Again, the had been in business 35 plus years, and just like that, poof, gone. So, but anyway, but because of that, I've been definitely trying to find some new places to get vinyl records, and have another site that I'm on, another community called Western New York Vinyl Collective, and I've been talking it up over there. Geez, where am I going to find records? I need a new place and all this sort of stuff. So I've gotten a couple of good tips on stuff, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff I got. Plus, I got some new Newberry comics, limited edition colored vinyl that I'm going to share with you too. So let's get started. First one, Newberry Comics. This is a limited edition of 600 copies. This is Miles Davis and Sonny Rollins, Dig. And this is on beautiful blue vinyl. I'm going to get this out so you can see here. Beautiful. At Christmas time, I splurged a little bit because I got a bonus from work, and I bought some of the colored Newberries. And there were a few that I wanted. I just didn't have the money to get, so they had a sale for Memorial Day. I think it was 30% off. So I got three different ones. This one, again, Dig by Miles Davis. And this is obviously Prestige originally. The next one, the unique Felonious Monk on Riverside. And this one here is limited edition of 500 on buttercream vinyl. It's it does have a bit of a marbling effect to it. It's a light color. Beautiful. And the last one, last but definitely not least, I have this particular album on cassette tape, and I loved it. It practically wore it out playing it so much. I did get a reissue that has a different cover on it and everything. But I always said I want that original cover, and when I saw that they had this at Newberry, again, limited edition 750 buttercream vinyl, same as the last one we saw. This is Kenny Burrell and John Coltrane, and it actually says New Jazz, which was the predecessor to Prestige. But beautiful, and I'm happy, and I've already listened to them, and they are fantastic. All right, so then the next place is my neighbor lives behind me. Actually, Facebooked me and said, "Hey, I know you're into records, so why don't you check this guy out?" Dipped in green tea. Why don't you check this guy out? It was a Craigslist ad. Guy was a collector for 40 plus years and is selling off some of his records. And it was within walking distance from where I lived. So I walked over. Come to find out, yes, he is a record collector. Has been since he was 20. He's retired now. He's was a mailman. 67 years old, I think he's 67 or 68 years old, something like that. He's been collecting since he was 20, so lots of stuff, lots of stuff. But he's not really selling his collection. He also, since he is collecting himself, he comes across stuff and he'll clean it up, put it in plastic, and he sells. He has once a month, or over the summertime more often, maybe once a week, he'll have a sale out of his basement, and he sells in order to fund buying more for himself. Makes sense. But he calls himself the record seller because he sells out of his basement. Get it? Cellar, basement. And the guy's name is Mark. We talked for a long time. He's a really nice guy. But he has an area where he displays the records, and these are what he's selling. There's a door there. He says, "Come on, I'll show you my my collection, young man." We go through this door, and it was easily probably 16-foot by 12-foot room, from floor to ceiling. Just LPs in this room. There's an archway. There's another room back there, and in that room, half of that room is all 45s, and the other half of that room is all CDs. Literally, if you think about what you could collect in 47 years or 48 years, he's got it. I mean, unbelievable. Just thousands and thousands. There had to be, just LPs alone, he had to have 10,000 or 12,000 records. 45s, I couldn't even give you a number. They're way more than I could ever imagine. My wife would kill me if I had that money. She doesn't like that I've got this many. I couldn't imagine if I had what he had. Wow, just amazing. But in the meantime, he's got good stuff, and he's selling it at a good price. Like I said, everything he's got too, he puts these plastic covers on, and if it has the original paper sleeve, he'll give you the paper sleeve. If it had no paper sleeve, he'll try to either replace it with the correct one. So in other words, a Verve record would have a Verve sleeve. If not, you got the plain white one. So right there, there's money being invested into it, and then the price is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So this one here I got is Johnny Hodges, Wild Bill Davis, Blue Rabbit. This is on the Verve label. And again, it's in awesome condition. Look how nice and clean it is. and it's got the plastic. I don't really like this style because this is the kind that has the adhesive here. I think sometimes well, I'll be careful about it, but I think a lot of times you'll find that this will end up sticking to another record next to it or to its own record or whatever, but I'll probably get some scissors out and trim that so it won't have that. But $7.99, and this I would say is in near mint condition, to be honest with you. So, all right, next one, Ron Carter, Spanish Blue, and this one's got quite a lineup here. I'll say this: Hubbard Laws, Billy Cobham, Roland Hanna, Jay Berliner, Ralph McDonald, and Leon Pendarvis. But just again, fantastic. This is actually again, there's a nice plastic sleeve. This is the kind I like. This is a gatefold, so I'll open it up so you can see that. Again, this is very good plus, or at least, or better. And this one was only $5.99. Alright. Next, this one here is the expensive one out of this purchase. This is Fantasy High Fidelity. It's called Reunion. Paul Desmond, Dave Brubeck, and David Van Crete. And this is a reason why it's $9.99. The expensive one, I said, is it's red vinyl, and of course I'm going to have to show that. There you go. Great stuff. Moving on. Another Brubeck. This one is on Columbia. This is recorded live in Mexico. Dave Brubeck Trio featuring Jerry Mulligan. And it's called Compadres. And again, in very good condition. A little bit of wear. But again, the plastic on it. This is another one of those that has the adhesive here. $7.99. And last but not least, this is another one that I got from him. It's on Bethlehem. Eddie Lockjaw Davis, Eddys Function featuring Shirley Scott. And again, this is very good, at least a VG at least, and $7.99. All right. Last, this is a place again was told about on a different vinyl community, Western New York Vinyl Collective. It's called. You have to be in the Western New York. Although we do have a couple Canadians. They're right there. They come down shopping here all the time. But so sorry if you're not from Western New York and you don't have access to this place. But a lot of great information. A lot of people talking about, like I said, garage sales. Ooh, I found something really good at a garage sale. It's on so-and-so, whatever. Go check it out. You still got a ton of stuff. It happened to be 2 streets over. I walk over, I come back with a handful of stuff too. So, you know, it's really good to have, because a lot of times you'll get little tips on go to the AmVets at the corner of such and such or another place, and they just got in a whole bunch of, if you're looking for Genesis, or if you're looking for Rolling Stones or Rush, go over to the thrift store at the corner. So, you know, you can't beat that. I mean, that's perfect. People helping each other out, telling them where you're going to get good vinyl deals and stuff. It's awesome. So, this place is called M&B Record Exchange, and everything that's there, he takes out. He's got 2 different cleaners. One is a electrically charged static thing, and the other one is your basic bath spinning kind. He cleans all the vinyl and inspects it visually before he puts it out, and so I'm not complaining, because it's great. And everything here was $6 each. I bought went specifically to a specific bin because I figured there'd be good deals in there for that price, and there are. This one is Pablo Today, Mother Mother. It's a jazz symphony featuring Clark Terry and Zoot Sims. And again, it has the plastic on it. I probably will take it off because it's torn here at the corner, but great shape. Eddie Lockjaw Davis Quartet. This one is on Inner City Records. Swingin' Till the Girls Come Home. It's in fantastic shape, but it is a cutout. That's alright. One of my guys. I'm actually, many of you know I probably do a podcast. I actually have a show coming up dedicated to this gentleman here, and I'm going to definitely rip this for the show. Dexter Gordon Quartet, Biting the Apple. And this features Barry Harris, Sam Jones, and Al Foster. And it was recorded in 1976. This is another Inner City. Great picture of the quartet there on the back. My guy here I played trumpet and flugelhorn for many years, so I just absolutely love this guy here. Clark Terry.